Good morning, beloveds. Okay. um, it was a long, busy day yesterday. We got up, went to the gym. I went to work. It was one of our wellness events, which makes for a pretty busy day because we generally do some decent sales. And then I came home and we did the soul session, and then I had to. While we were debriefing from the soul session, I downloaded the video and then uploaded the video and then promptly fell asleep on the couch. So it's just, there's been a lot going on lately. All right. It is May 19th. Our title is My Purpose. The first quote is, "Open thou mine eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law." And that is Psalm 119:18. If we keep our thought fixed upon the idea that this energy, which is also intelligence, is now taking the form of some desire in our lives, then it will begin to take this form. And that is The Science of Mind, page 195. Some say that God has no purpose, that God just is. And perhaps that is so. For how can that which is choose a purpose for itself? You and I, however, are creations of that which is, certainly do have a purpose. It is to express life fully in as many ways as we choose. Free to direct our own course, we may choose a lifestyle that inhibits our full spiritual expression, or we may choose to grow into an ever-expanding visions of health, prosperity, and spiritual awareness. Such purposiveness is part of our intelligence as self-conscious beings. We know of no other life form that has such capacity. Let us recognize ourselves as unenfolding beings and therefore be willing to create for ourselves greater goals and achievements than we thought possible. Let us see ourselves as possibilities rather than products. Let us not grow too comfortable in any stage of completion. Let us begin to experience more of what it is simply to be. Infinite mind inspires me. Infinite power expresses through me. Infinite love heals me and presents me as a true spiritual being. My purpose is to express my divine self fully. Everything I do and every choice I make serve my purpose. I am deeply creative, prosperous, and healthy. Life for me is joyous and fulfilling, and I give thanks for every day as a new possibility for self-expression. That is Margaret Stortz. And tell me that line didn't rock you. Let us see ourselves as possibilities rather than products. One of the things that one of the memes going around that I really, really, really like is I can be both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. And that's true because you are wonderfully complete just as you are, and yet you can choose to continue to grow. And the fact that we can view ourselves as possibilities, it means that no matter, the other one is like, you're never too old to start. It's like, what if you haven't done it yet? You're not too old. It's like, go ahead and get started. We are possibilities. There's no end to our possibilities. We can continue to do interesting things. For Pete's sakes, look at Stephen Hawking. Look at what he's done. And he, at any point in his career, he could have stopped and said, you know what? This is too hard. And yet he was like, nope, I still have stuff to do. And so he continued to do what he loved. And then you hear stories, because it's graduation time, you hear stories about people who, for whatever reason, stopped going to school, and now, they're like 84 and have gotten their bachelor's in whatever. There was a story yesterday, it was really cool, and she got her associates, became a nurse, was a nurse for however many years, and she's now 84 years old and just graduated with her, I think, her bachelor's. I forget what the story said, but it was like, you know, you're never too old. You're never too old. You're always a possibility. You know, it's up to you. And that's what she says. It's like, we can talk about purposes, but that just narrows the channel. It's like your only purpose. Really? Okay. Your only purpose is, well, apparently my purpose is to feed the cat. Your only purpose is to fully express who you are, to live fully, to go out and be. Not necessarily to do. We are human beings, not human doings. That's Amit Goswami there. You know, so it doesn't mean you have to go and, you know, do these things, but it does mean, yeah, I didn't bring a bride with me, so he's a little unhappy with me. You know, you don't have to go and travel the world unless you want to. You don't have to paint a masterpiece unless you want to. It's what you're called to do. What is it that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? You know, what is it that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? It's not just habit, although, and it may be your job, or it may be something that you do when you're not at work. It's like, what? That's your passion. That's your purpose. You know, it's what makes you live. That's your purpose. Okay. So May 19th. Our title is My Purpose. And open thou mine eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. It's Psalm 119, 18, line 18. Go read the Psalm. You might have more to say. And then with the Science of Mind, it's a thick book. If we keep our thoughts fixed upon the idea that this energy, which is also intelligence, is now taking the form of some desire in our lives, then it will begin to take this form. It's the power that we have. It's not always the power that we use. So that's page 195 in the Science of Mind text. Okay. So some say that God has no purpose, that God just is, because God is all there is. So, and perhaps that is so, for how can that which is choose a purpose for itself? Because it's literally every purpose and no purpose. You and I, however, are creations of that which is, certainly do have purposes. It is to express life fully in as many ways as we choose. Okay, and that's what I like. Our purpose is to express life fully in any way, and as many ways as we choose. So if you want to express life in one way, that's you. And if somebody else over here just keeps trying new things and expressing fully through all those myriad of experiences that they're having, well, that's them. There's no one way to do purpose. What? I know. Okay. Let me finish up and then I'll get you a snack. That's Hayes, by the way. And he is clearly telling me my purpose is to feed him. So, free to direct our own course, we may choose a lifestyle that inhibits our full spiritual expression, or we may choose to grow into ever-expanding visions of health, prosperity, or spiritual awareness. Darn that personal responsibility. We get to choose. Such purposiveness is part of our intelligence as self-conscious beings. We get to self-regulate. We know of no other life form that has such capacity. It doesn't mean that there aren't. We just, because there's a question of whether or not the dolphins are just as intelligent as we are. We just haven't learned how to communicate with them. So, let us recognize ourselves as unfolding beings and therefore be willing to create for ourselves greater goals and achievements than we thought possible. Be willing to create for ourselves greater goals and achievements than we thought possible. Because we can do so much more than we think we can, but we don't have to. All right. If that is too much pressure, then be who you are. You are welcome to be that. And you are loved exactly as you are. It doesn't mean you have to be more than you already are. Okay. But if you want to be, know that you have the power to be. Okay. Let us see ourselves as possibilities rather than products. Let us see ourselves in potential rather than the end product. It's like who we are now is not necessarily the end all and be all of who we are. If you are content with who you are, good for you. If you are content with who you are and still want to grow, good for you. If you are not content with who you are and want to keep growing, well, good for you. And keep going. Let us not grow too comfortable in any stage of completion.
Surprise!
Let us begin to experience more of what it is to simply be. Okay. Let us not grow too comfortable in any stage of completion. Okay. But we are allowed to be comfortable in a stage of creation for as long as we choose. Okay. Sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we need a rest. So if you are in a stage of completion, rest there for as long as you want. And when you are ready, move on. Okay. No pressure. Be who you are. All right. And she does this fabulous treatment. Infinite mind inspires me. Infinite power expresses through me. Infinite love heals me and presents me as a true spiritual being. My purpose is to express my divine self fully. And that's it. Anything else beyond that anybody tells you, you get to match it against your own consciousness. And if it doesn't ring true for you, set it aside. Everything I do and every choice I make serve my purpose, which is to express life fully. I am deeply creative, prosperous, and healthy. Life for me is joyous and fulfilling, and I give thanks for every day as a new possibility for self-expression. All right. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, I love this, is to see ourselves as possibilities rather than products. I mean, mind-blowing. Thank you, Margaret Stortz. So, I think that's just amazing. All right, beloveds, that is the mission, to see ourselves as possibilities. We have the possibility to become whatever, and we get to choose. So, and there, my mind just ducked out on me. All right. As always, so you got your mission. As always, I encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like, whatever it is, does not matter. Point is to do it, to practice upon yourself, because you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. You are a beloved child of God. All right? So please. And it can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before you speak. Take a nap, take a walk. Go and savor. Engage all 5 senses in a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever else it is that you drink, and really enjoy it. You know, if you're going to do good things in life, like eat good chocolate, take the time and enjoy it. All right. I am going to move into the process of my day. So I'm going to encourage you, as I always do, to do something to engage your mind and your body, to drink plenty of water, to get bright light early in your day to reset those hormones, and to open the windows of your soul and allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness, which can turn any place that you are into heaven itself. All right? So practice that loving, kind, compassionate thing. Look for the good and praise it. And you know what? There you are. Okay. We had an amazing soul session last night. It is still on. You can scroll a couple of videos back on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube and click on the playlists and then click into soul sessions. I cross post them, so it's going to be in the May, it's going to be in the guest speaker, and in the soul sessions, just to make it easy. So it doesn't matter what playlist you go to, you'll find something cool. So that is going there, and that's part 2. So there's a part 1. And if you catch, we should go put part 2 in the, okay, never mind. Sorry. Just got myself off thinking I need to put a link to part 2 in the comments of part 1. But you don't need to know that. And now you do. So catch us on the social medias. We're Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running Rev Ryan. We are on, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and Creative Life is on TikTok. I'm not there yet. The pressure is mounting. All right, beloveds. And if you want to know what else is going on, because we have an ordination coming. I say it like it's not mine. It's my ordination coming. A food market coming. A new class coming. We've got 2 book studies going on, and then we have a guest musician coming. So there's a lot going on. So email info@creativelife.org if you want to know what's going on. Get on that constant contact, and then you'll have an idea of what's going on when I don't. And there was something, and I'm gone. So have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an amazing day, an enchanting day, a magical day. It's almost Friday day. Stay warm if you're where it's snowing, and stay cool if you're here, because it's going to be 95 today. Cause Colorado was expecting snow yesterday. Go figure. But no, whatever else have a good day. And if that's too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you're loved, and I will see you next time.